Hello, and welcome to this edition of What's Up, Doc, brought to you by the Healthcare Education Foundation, sponsored by Nova Health and Nutrition, and Nova Headache and Chiropractic Center of Burke, Virginia. I'm your host, Dr. Stephen Green, and today's topic is how to properly collect samples for the GI 360 test by Doctor's Data. If your doctor has ordered this test for you, they are interested in taking a deep dive and a comprehensive look into the workings of your gastrointestinal system and your microbiome. This test literally takes a census of the gut flora and evaluates the balance of bacteria, both friendly and unfriendly. This study also looks for pathogens in the form of viruses, bacteria, yeasts, and parasites. Now, I know what you're thinking. No one in the United States has parasites. That's for third world countries. But that's actually not true. And believe it or not, about 20% of the United States population suffers from a parasite unbeknownst to the host at any given time. In order to get the most accurate information from this study, it's important for you to follow the directions precisely. First and foremost, 2 weeks prior to taking your sample specimens, you must be off of all antibiotics, antifungals, and antiparasitic agents. You must also be off of all proton pump inhibitors such as Axid, Nexium, Prilosec or Acifex, and any bismuth-containing products, specifically Pepto-Bismol. 2 days prior to taking your samples, you must refrain from all aspirin-containing products. You must refrain from NSAIDs like Tylenol and Aleve, digestive enzymes, laxatives, especially those with mineral oil or castor oil, activated charcoal, betaine hydrochloride, any antacids, or bentonite clay. Again, it's very important to refrain from the off-limits medications prior to collecting your samples. Doing so gives data that is corrupted, and at the end of the day, it's garbage in, garbage out. Now let's take a look at the contents of the kit. When you open your box, you will find a doctor's requisition form. This part should have been filled out by your doctor. And this part in here will be demographic information that you need to fill out. Be sure to put this back into the box when shipping. You will find a set of instructions which you are urged to read twice and ask any questions before beginning the test. You will find a FedEx Clinipack. This is an envelope for biological substances and is marked extremely urgent. It comes with a prepaid waybill stamp. You will find 4 bags labeled Day 1, Day 2, and 2 bags labeled Day 3. You will also find an ice bag and 3 French fry boats. The first thing to do is to take the ice bag and put it in the freezer, making sure that it remains flat so that it fits perfectly in the box and doesn't cause you any distress. Next thing to have handy is a fine point Sharpie marker. It's important to label each one of the vials with your full name, date of birth, and leaving a space appropriate for the date of sample. Keep the marker handy because you'll need to mark each one of these on the date that they are taken. You will note that these vials 4 of the 5 have a preservative liquid in them. Be certain to seal these properly so that the preservative doesn't leak. And don't get any of this preservative in your eye. Each one of the bags comes with a protective glove for your use during collection and an absorbent pad to make sure that any moisture is absorbed. The French fry boat is used to collect the stool sample. It's very important that you do not contaminate the stool sample with water or urine. Try to complete the bowel movement in one of these containers, because when you sample the stool, you'll be trying to take it from various parts of the stool, as stool is not uniform. On the last day, there'll be 3 different vials. A black top vial, as you have been doing on day 1 and 2, a yellow vial, and a white top vial. Each of the liquid-filled vials, 1, 2, 3, and 4, will be refrigerated. The white top vial does not need to be refrigerated. It must be frozen for a minimum of 6 hours prior to shipment. For purposes of illustration, I'm using a banana to represent stool. Let's properly collect the specimen. First thing you wish to do is to ensure that you have your name, date of birth, and the date of sample. Using a marker will come in handy as it won't smudge and the date will be legible and permanent. Next, unscrew the cap carefully and note the spoon. You will take samples from several portions of the stool. Each time you put in more of the sample, you will be attempting to appreciate the fill line. Make sure to take samples from various portions of the stool. Stool is not uniform. Again, be careful of the fill line. We are now approaching the fill line. Do not overfill. Once you've met the fill line, carefully screw the cap on and make sure it's sealed. Agitate for 30 seconds. When completed, place the specimen back in the appropriately dated bag, day 1 in this instance, seal, and place in the refrigerator. Repeat this process for day 2 and for day 3. And remember that on day 3, you will be filling 3 vials, 2 with preservative, 1 with no preservative that will be frozen. All others are refrigerated. When you've completed doing all of the samples, you're ready to ship. After having collected all 3 days' worth of specimens, you are now ready to ship to the laboratory. Remember to take the frozen ice pack and place it on the bottom of the box. Place your vials on top of the ice packs. Don't forget to include the physician's form and seal the box back up. The box is now placed into the FedEx Clinipack and sealed. Attach the weigh bill to the Clinipack. Your package is now ready for pickup. Do not drop this in a drop box. And for best results, make sure to ship between Monday and Wednesday. Call 1-800-GO-FedEx. Package your samples appropriately and have called 1-800-GO-FedEx. At the greeting, say, schedule a pickup. You will be prompted again and will say, schedule a pickup using a stamp. Reply yes when asked if the word stamp is written on the weigh bill. Then provide them with your address. If you do have the opportunity to speak with anyone personally at FedEx, let them know that you're shipping biological samples and that they require refrigeration. Your results will be returned to your doctor within about 3 weeks from receipt at the lab. As always, good luck on your journey to optimal health. See you next time on What's Up Doc by the Healthcare Education Foundation.